Welcome back. There's more breaking news this hour. Just moments ago, the attorneys general from Maryland in the District of Columbia announcing a federal lawsuit against the President of the United States. Let's listen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Carl Racine, and I'm the Attorney General of the District of Columbia. Attorney General Brian Frost and I are here today to announce that earlier this morning, the state of Maryland and the District of Columbia filed a lawsuit in federal court against the President of the United States. The suit alleges that President Trump is flagrantly violating the Constitution, which explicitly bars presidents from receiving gifts or inducements from foreign or domestic government entities. Never in the history of this country have we had a president with these kinds of extensive business entanglements, or a president who refused to adequately distance themselves from their holdings. President Trump's businesses and his dealings violate the Constitution's anti-corruption provisions, known as the emoluments clauses. The framers included these two anti-corruption provisions to prevent foreign and domestic entities from seeking to influence the president by bestowing money or other things of value on him. Why did the framers include these clauses? It was all about corruption. As Alexander Hamilton wrote, one of the weak sides of republics, among their numerous advantages, is that they afford too easy an inlet to foreign corruption. The framers knew that government entities, foreign and domestic, would of course try to use things of value to influence or induce the president to do their bidding instead of that of the American people. And now we see it every day. My office window is just a few floors above where we're sitting today, and I can tell you that as I look out the window and see the tower of the Trump International Hotel, we know exactly what's going on every single day. We know that foreign governments are spending money there in order to curry favor with the President of the United States. Just one example, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, whose government has important business and policy before the President of the United States, has already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars at the Trump International Hotel. And that hotel is but one example of how President Trump's vast global businesses and that empire he has is entangled with foreign and state government interest. We are a nation of laws, and no one, including the President of the United States, is above the law. No one, not even the President, can be allowed to endanger our democracy and erode our faith in our institutions. But just as at the time they're needed the most, traditional checks and balances are failing us. First, by not divesting from his businesses, the President has chosen to put himself and our country in the situation we find ourselves today. And every time the President has spoken about drawing a line between his presidency and his businesses, he's walked his promises back. Second, the Republican-controlled Congress has wholly failed to fulfill its responsibility of serving as a check and balance on the President, and has thus far given the President a total pass on his business entanglements. State attorney generals answer to the people of their jurisdictions, and we have a duty to enforce the law, and that's why we're taking action today.
That's Carl Racine, the Democratic Attorney General of the District of Columbia. Brian Frost, the Democratic Attorney General of the state of Maryland, standing at his side. A lawsuit, as you heard laid out there, challenging the President of the United States, essentially saying the President has not kept his word to separate himself enough from his businesses. They are alleging here that the President's in violation of the so-called emoluments clauses, anti-corruption clauses, because the Trump International Hotel here in Washington, other Trump properties around the country and around the world, are getting a lot of money from foreign governments, and they say that's a violation.